Hello IGN, my name is Dan Hurd, and I'm the director on New Super Lucky's Tale. This game, it's getting so close right now. This game is coming out on November the 8th, launching on the Nintendo Switch, and I can speak for myself and for the full team just to tell you just how excited we are to finally get to talk about this game and to show it off and to share it with you all. I wanted to show a brand new level that we have not shown outside of our studio before. It's called Carnival Court. This level represents for me kind of one of my favorite types of levels in games where we've been doing a lot of strong platforming and skill-based stuff and we kind of understand the structure of how to play the game. But in this case, the game is asking me, no, actually it's a midway. So come out and play some games. You have to earn your ticket. We have to get on a ghostly train to get further into Jinx's hideout. But to do that, we got to play all these fun little games. And so the team really had a blast making this just a amalgamation of all these different fun game types. Clive the Barker there is saying, well, I need your participation in the fair. We're losing some business because of Jinx, who's the main bad guy. All of his nefarious deeds have driven people away from us, so I need your help. This particular one is bumper cars. The floor, of course, because of Spooky Carnival and not a regular carnival, is electrified. And one of the things I want to call out while I'm playing is that in 3D platforming, it can be kind of difficult to land on objects in space, or just depth perception is really key. Something we've done is we've added to Lucky's core kit just the ability to seek. So as he dives into burrow or into slide, if you're on a hard surface, it will actually help seek out enemies and interactables and fun things like that. So within that minigame, I was able to seek and find the different platforms a lot easier. It wasn't just, it wasn't frustrating. It was a lot of fun. So that was one. I earned 1 ticket. I need 3 to get out of here. You can earn more than just your ability to get the train ticket. There's a lot of other prizes you can buy with tickets, and we set it up to where, of course, if you want to get everything, there are enough tickets to find and you can get them all. But this level is actually huge. There's tons to do in it, which is really cool. It's one of my favorite things about it. You can kind of call the shots in terms of where you want to explore and who you want to talk to. I'm going to give kind of an abbreviated run through it just because I want to leave a lot for players to experience and see, but I want to give you kind of a sense of some of the different styles of minigames that we have and the breadth of interaction here. So this one is a target-based minigame, like kind of a little shoot 'em up. And you've got this cannon that you need to shoot. You have 25 shots, and basically you're lining it up and trying to hit your targets with the right timing. And the patterns change and the timing changes, but let's see here. You don't want to go over your shot limit or you'll lose. So there are a few opportunities to increase the amount of ammo you have. I love playing these things under pressure because you're like, hey, haven't you been playing this for forever? And the answer is yes, but I still make mistakes. The tiny targets are pretty devious, actually. They take a little bit more timing to hit correctly. This is a move that you're used to using throughout the entire game, the tail swipe, but in this case we've just extended it. So this style of gameplay and this style of setup really reminds me of one of my favorite games from when I was growing up. On the Super Nintendo, there was a game called Legend of the Mystical Ninja. And in that game, I think it was roughly around halfway through it, there was this great level, and it was a boardwalk, kind of similar in spirit to this, where you just had this chance to take a little break. And I remember there were some arcade machines in there, and there was one that was, I think, Gradius and something else, and it was just so fantastic. It was just like a level or two from the game, but just to see that fully realized in the wrapper of the full game was super exciting for me. And so we wanted to try and channel that feeling here too. I love the idea of this kind of take a break level, and yes, it's challenging, but it's just a different set of challenges than the ones that you've kind of encountered up to now. This one is all about using your dive and bopping the moles. We have got to bop a certain amount of moles in the time frame, and they lift up the targets. I don't know how they got the gig, but they're doing it, and they're doing it well. And we're bopping them, we're incrementing our count here. This is all about timing and making sure that you are not set up for a dive in the incorrect position, and that you're kind of always using each bounce to your benefit to head towards valid targets rather than I'm just, okay, great, 15. That's That's the magic number. I burned another ticket. So I've got enough to at least get through the level, but I think I want to play a little bit more. I want to show a little bit more off from this thing, so let's do that. Here's the High Striker. I think we're all familiar with it. Oh, but through nefarious bad guy hijinks, looks like Jinx has placed blocks on the High Striker. I can't think of a worse thing for him to do than to block my ability to set a high score on this. So how dare he? So we're going to try and work our way past that. This requires some precision jumping across all the different bounce platforms that we have. But again, the secret weapon is your seek. So if you jump and seek, the controller will actually kind of help you make those jumps in a way that feels natural and fun. So, something else that was revealed is in New Super Lucky's Tale, we have a lot of different collectibles. So we have one where you find all the letters of Lucky's name, L-U-C-K-Y, and you will get one of the pages that you're looking for. And each level in the game contains 4 different pages to find. You get one just by beating the level, and then there are 3 others that are totally optional but fun to find. And so L-U-C-K-Y is one of them. You can earn another one by collecting at least 300 coins in the level. And then we've typically hidden another one behind a puzzle or something special in the level, and it's just a hidden ticket. I really like that format for these things where it's how deep do you want to go on an individual challenge. So this is the Psychic Reader. And she's asking you, please help me. Some hooligans came around, they tossed my famous crystal ball in the trash cans. Can you help me find it? So there's trash cans all over the level. You can kind of knock them around and get some fun payouts for that. One of the trash cans has the crystal ball that you're looking for. We are not a raccoon, however, we are a fox. It's kind of fun to go hunt, and then it gives you a nice excuse to go play and talk to everybody and figure out exactly where it is. Okay, so I found it. However, the Kooky Spookies have set an ambush, and I've got to deal with them as I get over here, and we have to bring this all the way back to the fortune teller. Well, we've got a Reaper in my way as well, and while you have your orb, your movement is slightly limited. So I'm trying to get to the end here, but I'm being beset on all sides by ghosts and jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. They will they will detonate and give you a hard time. Okay, I've returned. She can see into the future. She will be giving me a ticket. And it came true. She's really talented. Okay, 5 tickets. So now I can buy a little bit of something extra, and I can still beat the level. So let's go do that. One of the things I really love about this particular world is the characters. The Spookies themselves are really fun. We play with their ghostly nature quite a bit. And there's a lot of different scenarios you'll see them in. So let's go buy a few things. We have enough tickets in here to where you could buy everything if you wanted to put in the time. We're getting close to the end of the level, but I really want to take the moment to just say thank you so much for watching. It's our true joy to be able to create games. Hopefully that comes through in the way that the art looks and the way that the game plays, is that we just really want to channel joy with this thing. This is the type of game we love to play, where you can get lost in a fantasy world, especially if your day's been stressful, whatever, you can come home and unwind. And I think New Super Lucky's Tale does that for me, and hopefully it does that for everyone who picks it up. We just can't be more excited to share it with you and to get your thoughts on New Super Lucky's Tale. So thank you so much. We will talk to you later.